All right, success story time. This is from Jake. Okay. And I remember when Jake first came to me, I mean, he's a sharp guy. I love working with Jake. He's motivated, he's sharp, he's smart. It wasn't for lack of effort that he wasn't figuring out the porn thing. Okay. He just felt kind of stumped, right? And I remember too, he was a little hesitant to pull the trigger on investing in himself this way with a coach one on one. But he did it, and now listen to this. Check it out. So he said, "My biggest challenge. I'm going to read this. My biggest challenge prior to coaching with Danny was not being able to quit porn. It made me feel overwhelmed and hopeless. What was different about this coaching experience compared to other things you've tried?" He tried a lot of other things. He said, "I stopped trying to resist urges on willpower alone, contrary to what we're often told to do in the church, and it helped so much. It was also way more uncomfortable at times, and Danny pushed me consistently in a supportive way." All right, then take us to the moment when you realized this process was actually working to solve your problem. What Jake says is, when I actually committed to my protocol and realized that I wasn't actually in my right mind going to watch porn again, right? With him, it was interesting to watch, right? Like it started out with this issue with porn, and then we just did a few tweaks, and suddenly he just had new problems that we were focusing on, right? Wouldn't you like to have a new problem instead of that one? Um, awesome. Okay, so then what changed after working with me? What specific results can you share, and what does life look like now that your problem is solved or being solved, right? So what he says is, where do I even start? Other than my mission, these past few months have been the most formative of my life. I have grown in ways I never thought possible. Here are just a few results. Oh man, I love what he's been able to create for himself here. He said, he said, "I stopped watching porn. I have reached a new level of increased self acceptance and self love. I have made major breakthroughs in dating and interpersonal vulnerability. I forgave my family members after years of holding grudges. I'm more self aware of my thoughts and which ones serve me well. I have stopped using the checklist mentality on dates and focus more on how well we connect. I've become way more comfortable with uncertainty." Just amazing. Working with him has been such a privilege and an honor. And I'm so grateful to have had that experience. It's amazing to see what a smart, motivated guy can do with one-on-one coaching when they feel so stuck on something that they felt so much shame over for such a long time, right? And then you learn this process and you can create these new results. It takes some effort, takes some time, but it ends up being maybe a lot quicker than you imagined it could. And I'm so grateful I got to be a part of this with Jake. He did all the legwork. I was just there holding the space as his coach. Just wanted to share. If this, if you can relate to some of what Jake said and kind of where he was at and where he's gotten, and it sounds kind of like where you're at and where you want to be, then I invite you to sign up for a consult with me, and we'll spend some time chatting, seeing if it's a good fit and if where you're at and the problem you have is a good fit with what I offer. Okay, so sign up for a consult today. You can go to the link in my bio, or I'll put the link in the Facebook post that I'm using this for. Okay, or if this is in the email, you can just reply to this email and say, "Hey, let's do a consult." Okay,